Hello and welcome to Kelly Legends Media. Okay, so as you can tell by the thumbnail, this video is about Mundo and boxer Renee. Okay, look, I was asked by a couple of my subscribers if I could do something on these two guys, especially on Mundo, because he recently appeared on the same podcast, Soft White Underbelly, as Renee. Okay, Mundo appeared in the same Soft White Underbelly podcast. And both of them gave kind of a different spill. Okay. But before I get started, I just want to get my opinion out of the way about what do I think about these guys. Honestly, I don't like neither one of them because the way they went out, you know. People like Kilroy and Conejo and others, Big D, they left an organization in a different manner. And they served God openly. They didn't hide their faces. They didn't I seen them here in East LA. I've been in churches where they walked in, you know, to talk to the pastor. These two characters, Mundo and Renee, they left because they were covering their own asses, okay? And Mundo worked with the feds long before he ended his career, you know? He was working with them along with that other cat, Sailor Boy. But my point is that they were working with law enforcement, number one. Number two, Mundo took a lot of people down with him, you know? He didn't have to do that. But I guess he had to save his ass, you know? And that's where, to me, everything's wrong. He claims he did it because he had this epiphany in prison because this man was visiting him in jail, sharing religious material with them and stuff. And he began to feel remorse. And anyways, you see the difference between the guys that I mentioned that were serving God, came out, preached the word of God, went back to their communities, and did their thing for God, you know. These two guys went out ass backwards, telling, snitching, giving up game. And it seems like whenever they speak, although Mundo does mention a little chip of the Bible or something about God somewhere in his long presentation of his criminal life and the people he unalived, and you know, working what he did, working with the feds, and you know, and how he told on everybody. You don't hear anything about God. You don't hear anything that's helpful or useful to the youth in the community, you know. The other men that left serving God, they were on the grind. You know, they were on fire for God. preaching and making plays and doing their thing, you know. These two guys just disappeared and crawled in a hole somewhere. Mundo said he's not scared, that he doesn't feel the fear, maybe because of all the crazy shit he's been through in life. And then why does he wear a mask all the time? Why is he always hiding his face? You know, those other guys that I mentioned never hid their face. So there must be a fear of something if you're doing, you know, that type of stuff, wearing, you know, head coverings and stuff. Must be scared of something, you know. Anyways, yeah, I have nothing good to say about neither one of these guys. You know, they did what they did, and because of the type of individuals that they are, you know. Why they would get on the soft white underbelly, I don't have a clue. They just repeated a lot of the same things that they've already said throughout the years and in their books and stuff, you know. I heard very little positivity. More at the end of Mundo's spiel, yeah, he mentioned some things, but most of it is he just brought up stuff that I'm sure a lot of people feel bad about reliving and stuff, you know. I'm sure his victims' families are still alive, you know, and they see this man appear talking about what he did to them, and I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I try to think which one's more despicable. I would probably say, based on what I've heard out of their own mouths, I think Mundo did the worst that someone can do. You know, he took down a lot of people, but there were other guys too that did the same thing. There were other guys too that did the same thing, man, that left working with the feds and taking a bunch of people with them. There's so many people sitting right now in prison for life because of recordings they did, videos they did in hotel rooms, testimonies they gave in court. Boxer goes a step further to go and testify in different courts. From what I understand, he even testified in Cholo Juan's case, you know? Like, he's going above and beyond to do his thing, you know? I know for a regular citizen, it's a good thing, it's the thing to do and stuff. But I guess because of my upbringing and my background, you know, I see it as a very dishonorable thing and the wrong thing to do. You just don't go around destroying people's lives. Mind your business. You know, why are you gonna go to court and testify on somebody, even somebody you don't know? You're just over there being an expert witness for the state to convict this person that you don't even know. Let the people that make careers of that do their job, you know. Then he's out there training boxers, out there training police on things that go on in jail and in prison, and how to stop all of that. What does he care? He's not in there anymore. It's none of his business. But yet he makes it his business to go out there and to do damage to something that he was so deeply involved with. You know, I don't get it. Maybe some of you do. I'm sure you're going to let me know in the comment section. The last time I did the video about Boxer Enriquez, I heard a lot of different opinions on both sides. Some people were really pro Boxer. A lot of people were against, him and his ways. Soft White Underbelly, he's not doing anything, putting those guys on there to do anything except make money. Same thing he did with the Whitakers. At least he helped the Whitakers to raise money to help them live a better life, Most of the other people, it's like a freak show, Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, those men should just go on and disappear into the horizon, Mundo mentioned that the marshals really do their job to keep them on point and keep them hidden and keep them protected, and never know, one day that he might slip up, Sammy the Bull, Chuco, all these people that on their way of changing their life destroy other people's lives, I could see changing your life fine, but keep everything to yourself and go live your life. There's been over a handful of people that have left and went on to improve their lives and live a better lives and never went back to prison, never debriefed, never testified in court, and went on their religious journey, The religious journey that Mundo's on, I don't understand it, because he talks more of worldly things than of godly things, so I kind of question just how much God played a part in all that, I think his own selfishness played more of a part than anything else to help him decide that it was time to get out and to go the way he did. I don't know what motivated him. I'll never understand it, but I don't think it was God directing him. Honestly, I don't. You recognize an orange tree by the oranges it produces. You recognize an apple tree by the apples it produces, You recognize a good tree by the fruit it produces. If it produces sweet fruit or bitter fruit. I don't see any godly fruits being produced by any time Mundo speaks. Even when he does his little videos on YouTube, he'll mention God in there, but it's mostly giving up information, information that nobody needs to know, Anyways, that's just my opinion. I know a lot of my subscribers probably wanted to hear me be more positive and more with that type of activity and stuff. But I can't I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see how people could do something like that. And then go on a channel like Soft White Underbelly and say, "Oh, I don't have no fear. I don't know. I don't feel no kind of fear about anything." And always wearing a mask, always covering his face, always hiding. When you don't have no fear and you don't give a shit, you just go up, balls out, and you stand behind what you say. So, yeah, I don't get what either of their motives are for still speaking. They should just go on and live their lives. That's my opinion, instead of opening up old wounds and there's people sitting in prison because of them that, you know, I know how I would feel if I was sitting my ass in prison for the rest of my life because he decided he didn't want to play in the reindeer games anymore, and he got this epiphany and started feeling remorse and guilt. You know, I don't get it. You know, true, people change, have changes of the heart and stuff. I get that part, but all the work that he did against what he was and the people that he called his brothers, you know, man, that was all bad. You know, you hear all of YouTube always talking about this person and that person because they left their or prison organizations or affiliations, you know, and these guys are at the top level of that type of person, you know. So it is what it is, you know. And yet I'm sure in the comment section there's going to be a lot of people that support what they did, you know. It's just, I guess it's just who you are and how you grew up and what you believe and what you think in the end, you know. So that's all. That's what I feel. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm interested in knowing what my subscribers think and feel about stuff like this, you know. Just curious. I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button and show support for the channel. It really helped me on the algorithm to get my videos pushed out there. And thank you for watching. Let's keep our heads up, stay strong, and stay free. I'll see you on the next video.